We got one race in before Mother Nature showed her presence here, so rained out for the second feature, but nothing's going to rain on his parade today. Jason Myers with the win, started on the pole, but it was a perfect day for you, fastest in qualifying as well. How'd you do that?
You tell me. If I knew, I'd have done it last week. But no, I mean, really, we just hit it right at the end of practice. We struggled all day. Everything we tried, nothing was working. Just was not liking the feel of the car. It had speed, but it just didn't have the feel I wanted. And right after practice, we went back to what we ran 5 years ago, and I said, look, just put this on and let's hope for the best. And I went out and sat on the pole. So it makes no sense. But we had a heck of a race car, and yeah, it worked out perfect. You know, honestly, my car was so bad every day in practice, I was hoping it would rain. I said, rain this race out, let me come back next week and regroup. I feel like I'm a fifth place car tonight. And then it ended up, we sat on the pole, won the race, ran the fastest lap of the year, and then it rained out for the second race, I didn't even get my car tore up. So how about that? Mother Nature snuck in right at the right time. I wanted her to show up early, and she knew what I needed. You know what I mean? She showed up at the right time, and it wasn't night, man. I ain't been here a while, you know?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I won the last race last year, but that's last year, you know?
Right.
You have that momentum through the off season, you know, you're pumped, you're excited to go back. And you get back over here and you run fifth every week. You crash. We've literally tore the front end off my car, finished, but tore the front end off 3 weeks in a row. My dad took his cane a while ago and pointed toward the front bumper and said, you know, that's the first time you hadn't tore that off so far this year. And I said, well, give me that second 25 lapper again, I'll do it. But
of course, Dad points that out.
well,
right?
yeah, of course. Yeah, he's going to point out what I didn't, you know what I mean? The little stuff. But
hey, before we did this interview, started it, I remember now what we talked about after that interview, after you set fast time. And you know, you pulled me over and you said you were so excited in the car. You didn't think that you'd turn the top time here tonight.
I really didn't. As a race car driver, you can feel when you run a good lap. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure when Lee ran his lap, he was like, that's going to be good. I didn't feel that way. I felt like I left a little bit out there, which kind of was like, okay, well, if I did leave some, how fast can we go? But, yeah, I mean, the car just, it didn't. I knew 3 and 4 was great, but I left a little bit out there in 1 and 2. And usually when you leave some out there, you don't sit on the pole. You got to be perfect.
But I like how you knew you were on the pole.
Yeah,
coming down the backstretch.
When I come down the backstretch and I saw a 1-0 and I knew nobody else was going to run into ones, I literally started screaming to myself, oh my God, like a little kid coming down the backstretch. Because qualifying's so important in these 25 lappers. If Tim would have been on the pole tonight, he would have won the race. If Lee would have been on the pole tonight, he would have won the race. Bert, anybody. We're all so close, and especially these 25 lappers. Yeah, Tim probably could have wrecked me, you know what I mean? But he probably wouldn't have made it past the other end. That's how we don't wreck each other when, you know, we're racing. But yeah, I mean, what a night, dude, you know what I mean? Like, I sit on the pole and lead every lap, load up and go home, and I got rained on. That's not on my parade.
Hey, let's talk about the big thing for tonight, though. 38 wins now here in modifieds at Bowman Gray. You tie your dad. What does that mean to you?
You know what? If you ask me in a couple of days, you'll probably get a little more of an answer because it hadn't really hit yet. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even, like somebody said earlier, like, you know about all the drivers over here driving, you're the third winningest one out there. And I'm like, damn, am I that old? Like, I'm one of the old guys now, you know?
We both are.
But I've been doing this my whole life. You know what I mean? I started driving over here when I was 19 years old. I've been in a modified for 20 years. Like, I feel like I should have more than 38 wins. But no, I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I'm blessed. You know what I mean? I've got a racing family, and I mean, you can see this is what we do. This is our life. You know what I mean? This is not just a hobby we do on the weekend. It is, but it's not. You know what I mean?
Does your dad realize that you tied him yet?
He does, but he told me on the radio after I won, I was coming to Victory Lane, he said, well, my back's hurting, I'm not going to come out there, but just know you tied one of the greatest drivers to ever step in this place tonight. I said, you daggone right I did, man. He's still my hero, man. He always will be.
Hey, I want to know, climbing out of the car, I saw a picture up in the tower of you just looking up, obviously, I'm sure you're thanking the Lord above, but at the same time, what is the emotion going through your mind at that point?
Like somebody just hit you with some jumper cables. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you literally just, same way I had the same feeling coming down the backstretch when I saw that lap. You know what I mean? It's undescribable. Like, if I could put it in words, I would, but there are no words that describe the feeling when you get out of that car in front of 15,000 people at this place. I've said it before, I've said it a long time ago. I was my son's age. And my dad won the race out there. And I went out there and got my picture made in Victory Lane, and I knew right then, this is where I want to be when I grow up. I don't care about nothing. I don't want to go NASCAR. I don't want to go cup racing. This right here is where I want to be when I grow up. And I tied him tonight, so.
And you haven't grown up yet.
And I haven't grown up yet. I still got plenty of growing up to do.
That's right. Get over here, give
Come
him
here,
a hug.
buddy. That's
Absolutely.
my boy right there. Come here, you. With
Myers
your soaking
family.
wet Burt Myers shirt on.
Oh,
That's the Myers. He's wearing the brother's shirt tonight.
look at that.
Yep. But he does love Uncle Burt too.
Absolutely. The Myers family back in Victory Lane once again. Actually, Bert and Jason, winners already this season at the Madhouse.